We're lucky in that, in a lot of ways, we get tremendous amount of interest in the company. For every one job that we hire, a permanent job, we have close to 900 resumes that come in. We have a set of values, core values, that are much more than bottom line driven. People really believe in what they're doing. They're passionate about it. It comes from the heart. And they come to work every day and they know that in their own way they are making a difference. That's really what keeps us all going. Patagonia is a very, very special company.
To understand Patagonia's success in the human resource area, specifically employee satisfaction, one needs look no further than a recent catalog to understand the significance that they place on environmental and social issues.
You know, this is a big campaign that we had last season, is an essay from our founder, Yvon Chouinard, and it starts, do you need this product? I mean, really think about it. Do you need another shirt? Do you need another jacket? And if you don't buy this.
That's a pretty revolutionary concept when you stop and think about it. A company that tells you not to buy its products if you don't absolutely need them. But it's this type of honest, holistic approach that creates loyal, dedicated employees and fanatically brand-loyal customers.
Patagonia exists to really make a difference and to affect change on this planet. And that is something that our founder harps on every single day, and has since he started the business really in 1957.
For many environmentalists, corporations are the enemy, a symbol of everything that's wrong with the world. Patagonia takes a different approach.
Corporations are the one with the power. Businesses are the ones with the power.
Therefore, they reason that if you want to have power to make a difference in the world, do it from within the system. Figure out how to run a successful corporation, both financially and from an environmental and social standpoint.
Of course, it all starts from the product. If we don't have great product, we don't have a model. It doesn't matter how eco-groovy your company is or socially responsible. If you don't have a great product or service, you don't have a business. I mean, you think about it. Someone coming into one of our stores, Patagonia store, whether it's in Europe, Japan, North America, South America, what makes this the best product in the world? Is it just because the buttons will never come off? Because it will never wear out? Because of the ironclad guarantee that means that 20 years later they can bring the product back if it fails and get a brand new one?
Given Patagonia's principles, you might think they only hire extreme sport athletes and environmentalists.
I mean, quite the opposite. We look for great people, for passionate people, people with stars in their eyes, and they're passionate about something. It could be knitting, it could be cooking, it could be cleaning, it could be whatever it might be. We have very little turnover. We have about 4% turnover per year. So people get here, and for the most part, they find a home and they love it.
Patagonia's culture is based upon a commitment to its environmental, moral, ethical, and philosophical causes. Over the years, many workers with similar career and personal life values have joined the company. This new concept of a career is sometimes referred to as a protean career.
What I've seen at Patagonia, and I've been here a long time, almost 18 years, is a really committed workforce, because they know that there's nothing fake about anything that we're doing at Patagonia.
The goal of a protean career is psychological success, which means that the employee is not impressed with money and status symbols, but rather things like deriving true meaning from work, having good physical health, raising a family, and having flexibility in doing job tasks. Keeping this in mind, let's take a look at some of the many reasons why workers have found so much satisfaction while being employed at Patagonia.
Well, our company is so steeped in interesting off-the-balance sheet benefits. It starts really with Yvon Chouinard's philosophy of let my people surf. And Yvon is a famous mountain climber, of course, for many, many years. He's also a passionate surfer, unbelievable world-class fisherman, and the list goes on and on. But early on, he realized that when the surf's up, you got to be able to go surf. You can't go surf next Tuesday at 2 o'clock. So there's a let my people surf philosophy here in the company, and it's basically a flex schedule. Is when there's a powder dump in the Sierras, or when the surf is up, or when you just go. You get your job done on your schedule, and you need to be a user of the products that you're developing. You can't be a great surfboard shaper and not be able to be in the surf often. You can't develop great edge ski wear or snowboard wear or twin tip or telegear without doing it on a regular basis. As soon as you're not cutting edge in the sport that you're passionate about and you're developing for, the products are going to be subpar. We have a internship where after someone's been here a year, we'll pay their salary up to 60 days to go and donate their time to a grassroots activism group that they really believe in. And the only requirement is they come back, they give us a slideshow, and they do a report, and they tell us what is going on the ground where they are. What are the most contemporary environmental issues? So we'd like to stay current and know what's going on.
To date, more than 350 employees have interned for environmental groups worldwide. In fact, every now and then, an employee completes an internship only to quit Patagonia and begin working as a full-time activist. And that's okay with Patagonia because the environment is the ultimate beneficiary.
Our child care facility was really started in 1985, and that was pre any company having on-site daycare, child care. It's not really child care. It never has been. We've always had it as an integral part of the company because we had great employees that had children.
My mom works for Patagonia.
Our children are a part of the campus. You see them all aspects of the campus, not only at lunchtime, but all day, every day. You see them in the halls. You hear announcements over the PA system. You know, some VP's kid just got beat up by some sewing sample rooms kid. It really is an equalizer.
By having on-site childcare, we have an opportunity to have a workforce that's fully committed to what they're doing for the organization because they know that their children are being well taken care of. They know they can go see them whenever they want.
I mean, we all have kids, we all have lives, and work and family don't have to be separate. They can be one and the same. And we find that brings, in terms of job satisfaction, people being happy about what they're doing, it really drives the meter. Well, in 1985, we started really an earth tax, if you will. We know we're polluters. The larger we get, the more we pollute. It's something that this earth tax, our founder felt like it's the least we can do to give back to the earth. The idea is that we take 1% of our sales or 10% of our pre-tax profit, and we give this money. Last year it was $2.4 million. We give this money to environmental grassroots activists worldwide. And each local location, whether it's a retail store or a Reno facility or Ventura or Tokyo or Annecy in France, each location has their own local budget for grassroots activism in their local area.
One of the keys that ties this program into worker satisfaction is the level of employee involvement.
We bring our employees in and they serve on a grants council and they learn about all these organizations. We get about 350 grant proposals a year and we fund about 150 of those. This grants committee comes from all walks of the company and it's a representative of their peers, and they're the ones that vote on where the money's going to go. And then every 18 months we bring these groups in to a tools conference for grassroots activists, and they come in, all these groups come in, and sometimes they just have a great idea, but they have no idea how to write a business plan, how to execute the plan. And when they walk out of that conference 4 days later, and we pay for everything other than their travel, when they walk out of there, they basically have a complete business plan. They know how to market, they know how to get retention of new customers, they know how to really feed their cause, and we feel that this has really made a difference in terms of the effectiveness of these organizations.
Those are just 4 of the reasons why employee satisfaction is so high at Patagonia. Other even more unique benefits include surf lessons for new hires, free civil disobedience classes, and the posting of bail if employees are arrested in nonviolent actions which are consistent with company values. Of course, all of this might sound like they're training and subsidizing a bunch of tree huggers, hellraisers, and brass bound ecologists, but as Patagonia likes to say, yeah, we are. The net result is a firm that spends very little on recruiting, and that's rated by Fortune magazine as one of the best companies to work for year after year.
And it really does point to the fact that work is important. We spend so much of our lives at work, and if you can be at work and at the same time doing something that you completely agree with, and it correlates directly with your own personal values, it's really the best of all possible outcomes. And that is what I think is really the greatness of Patagonia.